Hello friends, welcome back to White Wilderness. This week we're having a new episode, and today is January 10th, 2018, and I'm going to do another late archery session. Last time was an unsuccessful hunt, obviously, because I obviously didn't get anything. Today I'm trying a new stand. I've had this stand for probably 4 or 5 years. I used to hunt in this stand right after football practice when I played back in high school. Time flies, I feel like an old man now. But, so I'm going to head to my stand. So today, the temperature is like 47 degrees, which is like a heat wave compared to our last couple weeks. But we've had lows in the negative 20s even. So it's nice to feel a little bit warmer now. It's pretty windy though, which if you're an archery hunter, you know that wind kind of can screw you over at times. So luckily my tree stand, the wind's on my side where I think the deer are going to come. I mentioned that a little bit back in my last episode. But as you can see, the deer have been walking on this trail, which is pretty good because it means they're here. I've only been in this stand 2 or 3 times this past fall archery season. I'm surprised I would actually score, to be honest. So I'm about 15 yards from my tree stand, and there's this pretty heavy trail. And that's where they're coming from, this area over here, and then they're walking down. And this is a gas well road right here. So, and the good thing about openings like this, deer usually always stop at an opening to look, to make sure it's clear. And so that's what I'm hoping. They come from that area, walk right in front of me, take a nice pause, broadside, 15 yards, we'll whack that sucker. So I'm gonna climb in my stand. I'm gonna turn the camera off because I don't have a third hand, obviously. So I'm up in my stand now and I'm ready to go. I would say in probably 20-25 minutes, that's when action will start happening. With it being warmer out, it definitely changes the deer's attitude towards their approach on feeding before dark. But I have a pretty good feeling about today, and it should be a good one. So this stand actually has some history behind it. I would say 4 years ago, I hunted in this stand every day after football practice, the days I didn't have to work. And I was in here every day, and I saw this nice 9-point, and it was probably like I'd say probably like an 18-19 inch spread, real high rack, and I saw him almost every day, but it just was not a good shot. It was so far away. The closest he got was probably right where that hay bal's at. That's actually it's a hay bale. It's pretty old, but as you can see, that'd probably be probably a 74, 75 yard shot, and you can't make that shot with the bow unless you're really good. But I would not even trust it. Even if I did archery hunting every day of my life, I probably would not take that shot. And that was the closest I ever got to that buck. But so it was the last day of archery season that year, and the rut happened a little late. And so that last day, it was beautiful, the rut season. They were heavily chasing. Well, I was over at a different property at my grandparents' house, and I was hunting archery there. Well, my dad decided to sneak back out here because this is actually around where my property's at. He snuck behind here, and he sat here for probably maybe 10 minutes. And that buck came right up to him, 20 yards, and he shot that buck. So I'm I'm sitting in my stand over at my grandparents' house, and I get a call, and I was like, who the heck's calling me? Because, like, if I'm out hunting, like, people know not to call me. And he's like, hey, Rick, I need you to come help me track this deer. I was like, oh, did you get one? And he's like, yeah. I was like, is it a big one? He goes, no, it's decent. He goes, it's not the big one. And I was like, okay. So I came home. You know, I got something to eat, and then I headed up to my stand, and he meets up with me, and he's like, it went over this way. So we're tracking it. You know, the deer ran through a cornfield, and I don't know if you ever try to track a deer through a cornfield, it could be a little challenging. So we're going through the cornfield, and of course it's dark at this time. And so we have our little flashlights, you know, and I was like, I'll go this way, you go that way, Dad. And we'll circle around, try to find blood. Well, I got onto a big, heavy blood trail, and it was just, like, pouring blood. Like, it was, like, splattering, and, you know, that's a lung shot. So he must have double-lunged it. I mean, I didn't got the deer, so I couldn't really tell. But the next thing you know, I see this just nice, beautiful 9-point laying there dead. And I was like, hey, Dad, how big was the buck you shot? And he goes, hey, it was average. I was like, bull freaking. I said a choice word. And I was like, that was the buck I've been trying to hunt all season long. And he goes, oh, well, I didn't really know. I just thought I saw a horn-sized shot. I was like, no, you knew, okay? He knew. And, but I'm glad he got it and not, like, somebody else, you know? But, yeah, that's all I could really say. So I had a lot of people ask me, why is it called White Wilderness? And I was like, you know, it just fit right, you know? Sounds pretty good. Well, they were like, well, what are you going to call it whenever this note melts? And I was like, well, it's still going to be White Wilderness. I was like, that'd be like going to the barber shop and telling them you want a buzz cut when you don't. You know, you're gonna get a buzz cut if you tell them that, and don't expect to get like just a little side trim. You know, so it's gonna stick to White Wilderness, even in the summertime, even in the fall time, because if you just keep switching it, people won't respect you. Like, people don't like people who keep changing their mind over and over again. It's like, stick to the chase. And right there we have my friend Austin. He grew up my neighbor. Went to high school together. I still see him on occasion. He's a pretty good guy. So one thing that a lot of people don't know about me is I have excellent hearing. And it's kind of like 20/20 vision, but just with hearing. But I kept on hearing like a little and then I heard a couple gobbles. And I looked over, and on the very top of this hill, you can't really see it, but this hill right here, on the very top, there is a flock of turkeys. And that's quite a distance. But I don't know how I heard that. I think it's just because, like, the wind kind of died down a little bit, and it just, like, since that's a pretty tall mountain, I think the sound just echoes over my way. But there's a lot of turkey up there. I would say at least 40 to 50 in that flock. But unfortunately, I'm not hunting turkey right now. Oh wow, there's a bear! Just kidding. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just getting a little bored right now because I thought I would have saw some deer by now, and I haven't. So, yeah, it's okay to get on your phone every once in a while, you know, just as long as you're still paying attention, you know, because that would really blow if a deer would sneak up on you and you're on your phone, you're not paying attention. So, like, that's why I'm not, like, looking at the camera the whole time. It's like, I do, like, the stare and look, you know, like, just looking around, looking back at the camera, just to make sure nothing's, like, creeping up on me. Because I'm doing this show to try to get a good hunt on film for you. There's a deer right there. I don't know if it sees me, but I'm probably gonna get a good shot on it. So if you look closely, there's actually a group of deer. I'm hoping they come a little closer, because right now they're about 50 yards. I need to get at least 10 yards closer for me to get a good shot. And as you can see, there's brush and stuff. So I'm just gonna sit and wait. Well, I'm really mad right now. I'm so mad that I could probably just throw my bow, but I'm not gonna do it because I put over $1,000 into this. So everything was going perfect. There was actually 7 deer together. One was a buck. It wasn't too big, but it definitely had enough. It had definitely 3 points. But so they were coming. They were right. See that big dead tree right there? They were right there, and that's probably like, I'd say that's probably 34 yards, and they were going right down to the trail. And now I would shoot them right here or right here, but I wanted to get the buck, and the doe was leading the way, so I was gonna hope that doe could go through here first. Well, I started to pull back, so I was pulling back on that buck, and that doe got me. Like, and all I could just think was to myself, "Oh F." And the doe took off running, and then next thing you know, the other 6 deer took off. But it's been a really long season for me. And I'm just kind of fed up with all, like, these opportunities that I've been getting. And just something bad happens. Like, words can't describe how mad I am right now. So I guess the best I can do is wait, see if they might come back out. But I don't know if I had scent or something on me. Like, what gets me clueless is, like, I don't understand why. If it picked up my scent, I don't know how. Because the wind is facing towards, like, it's going towards me. So the only way a deer should be able to pick up my scent is if it was in this field over here. But I mean, you guys, I showed you where they came from. They came from right there. They were actually bedded down up in these pines here. After I caught the first deer, I started to see them get up. Like, that's how I could count how many they were bedded down and they got up. But I'm just so ticked off. Like, I am genuinely ticked off. I hope my mom's cooking a good dinner, because I'm definitely... So about a minute ago, there's actually a road right here. Like right at the edge of that right there, there's a road. You can probably see it a little better. And if you actually fall down the end of the road, that goes to my house. But I heard a car. The car came down off the hill. I watched it, and then, like, right where it came to where I spooked them deer, I heard the car horn beep. So I'm guessing those deer went out in front of him. That leads me to tell him that they were going across the road to the posted property. Which, it sucks, because that means that they're probably not coming back. So, I mean, I could sit here and wait till dark, but it's probably just best if I just go back to the house.